Fucking get in there, my son! Come on! Raphael Varane is a red, lads and lasses. Come on! Get in there! Where are you? Let's be having you! Come on! Get in there, lads and lasses. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little cheeky video for you tonight. Just talking about the news. The latest news is, it broke about half an hour ago. I'm a bit late to the party, I must admit. But United have reached an agreement with Real Madrid to sign Raphael Varane imminently, my friends. Get in there, my son! Come on! Get those boom emojis in the live chat there, my friends. Let's go. Oh, Raphael Varane. Oh, Raphael Varane. We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? I hope you're doing well today. Thank you very much for joining us. I can see there's a bunch of you in here already. Nigel, the Vutinator, the special one. Alex, how you doing? Finley, Berber, Adam, exclusive. Guys, you must be absolutely buzzing your tits off, aren't you? I'm sure you are, because I am. It's an amazing sign in this one, guys. I can't quite believe we've managed to wrap it up so early and so quickly. You know what this meandering board's like. Well, not on this occasion. They've got the agreement in there early with Real Madrid for the signing of Raphael Varane. And I'll read you the club's statement. Manchester United have announced it officially here. Reds reach agreement for Varane transfer, lads and lasses. Come on! Get in there, my son! United doing bits this transfer window, guys. It has to be said. I mean, come on, we are. You got Arsenal spending money on bloody Ben White, 50 million quid. We're wrapping up Varane for, less money, mate. It's absolutely sensational signing this one. What a sign. The guy's 28 World Cup winner. Guys, look at what he's won here. I've got a list of what he's won. 4 Champions League medals, 4 Club World Cups, 3 Spanish Super Cups, 3 UEFA Super Cups, 3 La Ligas, and 1 Copa del Rey, 18 trophies in 10 years. But somehow he's shit, though. That's what people say, you know. I find it unbelievable, and that's just at club level, of course. You know, never mind for France. So this is somebody who's just an absolute beast of a winner and has been winning things for a decade at Real Madrid. He's 28. He's in his prime now. We got him for the best damn years of his career, my son. This is an absolute stellar signing. Unbelievable. Right, let's read the club statement. It says, Manchester United is delighted to announce the club has reached an agreement with Real Madrid for the transfer of French international defender and World Cup winner Raphael Varane, subject to a medical and to player terms being finalised, right? Okay. Absolutely sensational stuff here, guys. Do us a favour at the start of this stream, actually, or if you're watching this later on catch up, hit that thumbs up button. Give it a cheeky little like. Let's get it out there. Also, give it a share on social media. If you can, that'd be fucking awesome. But get in there. How buzzing are you guys on a scale of 1 to 69 about this signing? How buzzing are you on a scale of 1 to 69? Okay, so Fabrizio Romano just gave us an update as well 20 minutes ago, just tweeted out and said that, just confirming it, give us a bit more information about the deal, saying Raphael Varane will be in England later this week. Then after the quarantine period, he'll undergo his medical and sign his contract until June 2025 with an option until June 2026, already agreed since weeks ago. Manchester United will pay 50 million euros to Real Madrid, details included. So we understood yesterday, of course, there was a figure of 34 million up front and a further 8 in add-ons being talked about. It seems like maybe there's a few extra costs there, but around about 50 million euros all in, which is still an absolute bargain for Raphael Varane at this stage, isn't it? I feel absolutely over the moon paying that much for a player who's that good. Hey, what's going on there? Alex, he sent a $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. He says, this is like FIFA in real life. Get in. Yeah, now we just need to convince Inter Milan to come and buy Phil Jones from us, mate. You know what I'm saying? Then it really would be like FIFA. Alex, thank you so much for that, dude. Yeah, it's a FIFA signing. It's true. I was talking about this yesterday. It's a bit of a while since United have signed like one of these big, proper, marquee, world-class, big-name signings that are still wanted by the other clubs, the big clubs in Europe, such as Real Madrid. So I think this is a really, really key point for United. It's sort of hopefully a turning point, defining point for Solskjaer. He's had a big window already. He's got Sancho in. We've got Varane in now. I can't believe it. We've got Varane in now. And it's still pre-season. There's still early doors here, guys. We've got a couple of weeks now into our competitive fixtures start. Gives us a bit of time to get him in here. Of course, he's got a quarantine and he has to have a bit of a period there where he's not going to, train or anything like that. So he's not going to be immediately here. But give it a week, and he should be here with Manchester United training and stuff. So this is absolutely just amazing news, absolutely amazing news. But I mean, as I say, he's one of the most experienced players that we could have signed in that position, really, in terms of winning things. So I think that's important to get players in who have that sort of mentality. Here we go. We've got some other information, though. Fabi obviously said 50 million euros, so that sounds accurate because Samuel Luckhurst sort of backing that up a little while ago and said that United announced the signing of Raphael Varane subject to a medical. Fee rising to £43 million. So yes, that's about 50 million euros. So essentially here you've got, an upfront offer, and then there is other stipulations in the contract that will rise, installments and things like that over a period. It seems like we don't know the full extent in terms of the deal right now, but it does sound like we've got a very good deal on it anyway. The deal was signed off today by all parties to grant Varane permission to undergo a medical. Deal could take around another week to be completed due to quarantine rules. So because of that, we're hearing a couple of different things about the quarantine rules. So some people are suggesting he's going to have to isolate and quarantine for 7 days. We have other sources, though, that suggest it's only going to have to be 5 days. Need to isolate for 5 days and return a negative COVID-19 test before he can join the squad. So, I think in about a week's time, guys, we'll see this all wrapped up. Give it 1 week, and Manchester United should have Raphael Varane there training with us and playing in our team. Get in there, my son! Come on, what an absolute brilliant window so far. I mean, still though, fuck the Glazers. Let's not forget about that. Hashtag Glazers out. Hashtag twats out. Hey, Roshmano, thank you very much for the £5 super chat here, dude. He says Varane is our biggest signing since Sancho. It's not been that long, has it? It's true. We're doing some bits in this transfer window, I must say. I mean, look at some of what the other clubs are doing. Some of them are doing okay, but most of them are struggling in this window. United, we've had the best window so far in the Prem, I think. And name somebody who's had a better window than us, really. We've got Sancho in. He's 21. He's mint. He's going to be absolutely brilliant over the next decade. We got Raphael Varane in. He's in his prime. He's a born winner. He's somebody that should come in and slot in and make our defence better overnight, really. He's much better than Victor Lindelof. And Slabby Maguire's going to have that partner that he needs, and hopefully we'll have a much more secure defence. So it's like, this is just exactly what we need, guys. Ollie Reynolds says, what a signing. Oh, it is. What a season we have in store, says the Kitchen Wizard. Let's hope so. I mean, this is it. The pressure is on Solskjaer now to get this team performing. If he's being given what he wants here, and he's being invested in by the Glazers, and they are providing him with all the players that he needs to have a full set of players in the squad, because I don't think last season or the season before he did. He's had to ship a lot of dead wood out and takes a bit of time to get these players in. Well, if he is given, let's say he gets another midfielder in this window as well. I'm not saying it's definite, but I don't know. We could do the Lingard-Rice deal. We could do something else. We could get another player. You just never know. So if he does get that, come on. He's got to get us performing and challenging for the title, doesn't he? Come on. It's going to be our year. Raheem Khan, how are you doing, guys? Great to see you all in here. I will get into the comment section shortly. Do get involved in the live chat throughout. I'll try and dip in and out. I'm just going to cover the rest of the sort of Varane information and news, and I will duck in and out of the live chat. But do hit that thumbs up button if you're just joining us, and let's talk about it. So, Raphael Varane will earn a reported 250,000 euros a week at Manchester United. So, do your conversions there. What's that, about 200,000? I don't know, £200,000 a week, something like that. Of course, we don't have an exact figure. This is just from some sources here that are suggesting that he will reportedly earn 250,000 euros a week, which, okay, in this current climate, it seems like, that's about right for a world-class centre-back to come into our team. Boss it, that's not a bad amount of money at all. When you factor in, we're talking about negotiating with Pogba for 400k right now. To get a world-class player in any position for that sort of money is decent. We pay 350k for goalkeepers, don't we? So if you're paying 220,000 pounds a week to a player like Raphael Varane, that's very decent, in my opinion. That's very decent. Yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. I cannot believe it. This is a statement from Real Madrid, guys. Official Real Madrid statement on Raphael Varane here. Our club thanks you, Raphael Varane, for your professionalism and exemplary behaviour during the 10 seasons in which you have defended our shirt, with which you have won 18 titles. Real Madrid wants to show all its affection to Raphael Varane and his family and wish him good luck in this new stage of his professional career, lads and lasses. Get in there, my son. So Real Madrid, you know, saying their goodbyes. It's absolutely beautiful. He has had a great career at Real Madrid. Respect where it's where it's needed. It's absolutely brilliant. Star-Lord says, well, I just thought it was good to be too good to be true. I'm 100% touching myself tonight. It's absolutely unbelievable. I cannot believe it, guys. Yeah, I'm just absolutely shocked by this one. I'm kind of flabbergasted by it, like just how quickly it's been done. I mean, I thought he was coming in this window, but I assumed it would drag on a little bit. You know what United have been like over the last couple of windows, and Real Madrid standing a bit firm. But no, the deal's been wrapped up nice and early, and we have our man. Get in! Shazan Ahmed, what's going on, bro? How you doing there? I'm doing good, Mr. Big. I'm doing good. Thank you very much, Raheem. I appreciate that. So, Elliot, yes, Elliot makes a good point here. Elliot Manduna says Rice, Nevers, and Didi Basuma in that order. Very interesting. Okay, fair enough. Well, I think we can take Ndidi out of it because it's not that realistic. Leicester will want too much money for the lad, even though he would be brilliant for us right now. The other lads, I'll take any of them, guys. Literally, give me any of those guys. We need to continue with this transfer window. It would be nice to get Kieran Trippier in as well. It'd be nice to get a central midfielder in. I think if we did that, wow, we'd have a really good squad capable of challenging for all things, and that's what we should be doing. We shouldn't just be light in certain areas. We should actually have depth. You know, some people saying, "Oh, get rid of Tony Martial." Well, I disagree. I think we should try and keep as much quality and depth there as we can. Get rid of some of the shitter players like Dan James. Absolutely. But, you know, quality and depth is important for challenging on all fronts. You've got the Cup, the League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, all this sorts of stuff. You need to be capable of challenging on all fronts. Yeah, Johnny Gaming Channel comments and he says Varane is a good defender, even with Sancho with a right wing. Even with Sancho with a right wing? What do you mean? Varane is a good defender, even with Sancho with a right wing. I don't get it. But either way, yes, you're right. Varane is a good defender, and there's been a lot of criticism leveled his way recently because, you know, maybe a couple of performances we've seen him against English teams the last couple of times he's played against them. But, you know, happens to the best of them, guys. He's look at his career, and the stats speak for themselves. Obviously, he's come in after sort of Pepe's gotten older at Real, and he's formed that partnership with Sergio Ramos, and of course that helps. They've got a great team, but still, though, he's had to just to be in that team, just to stay in that team for the number of years that he has done. You have to be a very good player. They don't accept second best Real Madrid, you know. So that tells me everything I need to know, really. Hey, the United Way, what's going on, bro? He says, evening, Pig. Hope you're well. Got you on in the background while I play some Warzone. Oh, beautiful. Hey, the United Way, how you doing? Are you buzzing about this one, dude? I just can't believe it, to be fair to you, John. I can't believe it, mate. It doesn't make any sense. Like, how quickly they've done it. I'm absolutely over... Do you miss Ed Woodward? Says Ashraf88. Well, he's still here, actually, technically, isn't he? Still being a complete potato spud. But, you know, it does seem like as soon as it's announced that he's gone, you know, then things start to get better. It's no surprise, is it? When other people are taking the reins a little bit more, maybe. I mean, we have criticised Matt Judge, obviously. You know, he's a gremlin in the background and he's just another puppet boy for the Glazers. But still, on this occasion, you know, we understand from sources that we had the other day that he had been negotiating for weeks on this deal and done a really good job of negotiating the deal down. And you can say that's true because of the announcement of the deal and how much it's reportedly for. 50 million euros altogether. And that's an initial payment of 34 million, I think it is up front, and then 8 million a bit later on. So, you know, something like that. Your Absolution says, now a CDM, then title challenge is on. Let's be having you. Crikey, the sky's the limit if we get a top-class CDM in. I agree with you. Glazers back at it again, spending 100+ million. Glory to the Glazers. What? Glory to the Glazers. I mean, Glazers out still. Glazers out still. I mean, this is what they had to do. I will still sing and shout from the rooftops about the Glazers out because they still have this club with a heck of a lot of debt. And they tried to take us into that European Super League debacle. And the only reason that we are still here is because of the fans and, you know, just our outright defiance to say, no, you will not destroy and flush away our history. You know what I'm saying? So that is the only reason we're still in the Premier League right now, really. So don't be thanking the Glazers, guys. Don't be thanking the Glazers. They're parasites and they just care about lining their own pockets. And that's 100% true. Now, they may have to appease the fan base this window because everybody hates their guts. So, of course, they've got to try and do something to get everybody back on side. Otherwise, it's going to be pitchforks at the ready every couple of weeks. So they know that. They know that. And this is like the bare minimum they have to do, in my opinion. Of course, they have to go and invest in this side and give us what we need. Not just us, but the manager. You know, we do need to be getting competitive out there for winning the title. 420 Crusaders. Hello, bro. He says, still not enough for me, Pig. We need 3 more in and 7 out. 7 out. Who's your list, 420 Crusaders? I mean, that is a bit extreme. I mean, I can think of a few players that could do with going out, to be fair. I mean, I wouldn't be bothered to see the likes of Mata hang up his boots, but he's going into an ambassadorial role, and he sort of deserved this last year for his contribution to the side over the last decade. And then you've got, well, not decade, 7 years, whatever it is. And then you've got Matic. You know, I wouldn't be bothered about him going, but he's just signed a new contract. He's sticking around. Phil Jones, yeah, see you later on, Phil Jones. Bye-bye, you're absolutely guff-tastic. I wouldn't even be that bothered if there was some sort of a deal for Lindelof done. I mean, I wouldn't even be that bothered if we sold Pogba, guys, as long as we invested and got a couple of midfielders in. That would be brilliant. Yes, you're absolutely. It's a dream come true, says the United Way. It really is. That's, you know, it's a dream signing. Goretzka in, says Fitz. I mean, that would be another dream signing because he's like in his prime as well. He's like 25 or 26. Boss, absolute boss in the German midfield there. So you know what, Fitz? Yeah, I mean, I don't see that one happening though. I believe that link is just really to try and get him a better contract there at Bayern. Glazer's acting like the girlfriend who cheated, trying to make it all up, showering us with gifts. Showering us with gifts. Apologising, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. They're guilty. They're guilty as sin. They are guilty as sin, and we know it. Hey there, typical showman. What's going on? He says, one bad game and Varane is bad, say some. Remember this. Attack wins you games. Defense wins you titles. So Alex Ferguson's words. And okay, he was with Ramos, but if he was so bad, they wouldn't win titles. Yeah, I 100% will reiterate exactly what you said there. I think you're spot on. To stay in Real Madrid's team for that length of time and win all those titles that he's done, he's got to be a good player, guys. Like, I don't watch La Liga week to week. He has been around there a long time. I've seen him play a lot of times, really, just over the years in European competitions and, you know, for France in international competitions and stuff like that. He's a very, very good defender. He may have his moments. Every defender does. Nobody's perfect. We saw a couple of them against English sides recently, but I'm confident that this guy is going to be an absolute boss. And he's coming for a challenge at United too. He could have got similar money, I'm sure, various places, I don't know, or if he'd have just maybe been a bit stern or waited out at Madrid. I mean, he is a great world-class player. But at the end of the day, he does want a challenge. Maybe he is getting a bit more money too. That is definitely a factor, 100%. But he wants a challenge. He's done everything there is at Real Madrid, and he doesn't want to stay there and be like, I don't know, like maybe Ramos who's leaving when he's 35. Maybe he wants to go and have another chapter in his career and be like, you know, a Premier League player now for the next 4 or 5 years. It's exactly what he wants to do. B. Shao Tamang says, Ollie is helping Glazers save their ass. Great overseeing of these signings by Ollie as well, because they have to buy into the philosophy and buy into the manager and everybody at the club. It's not just, oh, we're Manchester United and we'll give you this money, come and play for us. They do have to also want to play for the coach, and if they think that it's going to be a volatile place to play their football, maybe they're not going to be interested in going. But because Solskjaer is such a personable fellow, you know it, Rupert Meadow. Varane is class, says ZX Flames. Have I seen the photo of Varane and Ramos and Vidic and Rio all in the same photo in 2013 on the pitch, sir? Probably, Brandon. So I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it sounds like a bloody picture of a brick wall, to be fair. Madristas turn on players quickly for not performing. He lasted 10 years. He's quality. That's exactly my point, Case Slater. Gareth Bale scoring bloody overhead kicks in Champions League finals, sprinting the whole entire fecking length of the pitch, rounding Barcelona, their biggest rivals' defenders in the Copa del Rey final to score the goal and lift the title for them. One moment, and the next moment they fucking hate him. That is Real Madrid fans for you. They're super brutal. And they really do demand not just the fans, but the whole club. They do really demand a huge amount of commitment and consistency. And if you don't give them that, then they absolutely hate you. So the fact that he did survive there for so long, I think is amazing. Paul Ramsey says, hit the like button. Thank you very much, Paul Ramsey. Yeah, do hit the like button if you're just joining us. If you have not hit the like. Janice Varaklas, he says, hi, mate. Kalispera, hope you're doing well. Hi, legends. Read my Insta when you can. Okay, Janice Varaklas, will do, mate. I'm just going to get the little pull up. on here. On a stupid poll, but fucking let's go. Where are you? Let's be having you. Fancy says Twanzebe on loan plus Jones free plus Williams on loan to Newcastle. Pretty sure they'll take that. Absolutely, yes. I would love to see something like that happen. There's just not really that much requirement for some of these defenders at the club now that we've got Varane in. If you do plan on keeping Lindelof, which I'm sure Solskjaer probably does plan on keeping him, then, you know, you've got Bailly, Lindelof, Maguire, Varane, Twanzebe. You've still got Mengi coming through and Jones. It's just there's too many pods around there, guys. There's too many people there, so you're going to have to get rid of some of them, definitely. Out on loan, maybe Twanzebe might make sense. You might even see a sale there. But definitely Newcastle interested in this deal. And also we've understood Southampton may be interested in Brandon Williams as well as Newcastle and stuff. So there's a few other options for loans. There's definitely going to be some loans this summer. Mr. Miyagi says, how are you saying Maguire ain't world class? You even watch football? I mean, I don't think Maguire's world class. How can you say that he's really world class based on, you know, the last couple of seasons, really? You can't. You can say he's a very good standard defender. You can say in the European Championships for England he was world class, but you can't label him as world class, I don't think. Let's see how he does this season with a supposed world class defender next to him, and we'll find out how world class he is, if he can get that combination and duo going, you know, that partnership going with Varane. But certainly the season before last, it was pretty freaking bang averagely Slabby-esque. This season, he was very consistent and good, but again, made a bunch of errors for me. Was much more consistent and just way better than Victor Dwindloff, though. So you have to give credit where credit's due. We're a much better team with Slabby in there than not. But is he Rio and Vidic levels? Those guys are world class. I look back at that partnership. I look back at what they did at the club. And that's the standard that I hold United players to. And I'm sorry to say it, you know, you could say I'm a twat if you want. You know, I think the Euros has changed a few people's minds on Slabby. But, you know, you could call me a twat if you want. He ain't anywhere near those levels just yet, guys. No fucking way. Not for United anyway. He might have been great for Leicester before, and he might be great for England. I want to see him, you know, I want to see him be a proper, you know, leader and quality player for us consistently at United, and let's do it. Let's do it. Varane extra info, Pig says Rushmono. Then maybe we can consider him to be world class. But let's see, you know, let's see. I'm not convinced that he is right now. I still think he's a great defender, and he's much better. We're a much better team with him in than not. And we'll see just how good he is with Varane next to him now. So I hope that it is the next Rio and Vidic. 9% say they're they're not buzzing about Varane. They must be Scouser fans. What do you reckon, guys? They must be Arsenal fans and Scouser fans, those scummers. We got further Varane information here. Thank you very much, Matty Rushman. Let's have a look at this latest update, guys. Okay, so yes, we have information here that Rafael Varane was only prepared to leave Real Madrid to join Manchester United. Varane is a boyhood United fan whose idol growing up was Rio Ferdinand. This is from the Manchester Evening News. There you go. You see, we got the new Rio, baby. Well, I'm not surprised because Rio Ferdinand really, truly was one of the best players in the world in his position for basically the entirety of his career, really. You know, certainly since he signed for Manchester United, you know, his development obviously Leeds, West Ham. You know, he was a great player, but then obviously he's playing for a top team. And since that moment, I mean, and for England, the guy was world class. Nobody could deny it. The guy was a machine and probably still makes most people's all-time Premier League centre-back starting 11s, maybe. I don't know. I mean, the guy was a machine. So that's the sort of level that I'm holding Manchester United centre-backs to. And Varane is obviously a big fan of Rio, and that's great. I'm loving the fact that he wants to come to United, you know, for the challenge because he likes the club. That's great. So, yes, we have some reports here. Further signings for Manchester United this summer will almost certainly depend on sales. So that is a factor, guys. If we are going to see any more players come in, you might have to see a couple go out now. But that's exactly what we should be doing anyway. There should be a few players sold. Who do you think that we should sell to generate some money in order to sign some other players? Jay Lings is obviously a very, very good candidate. He springs to mind pretty instantly because West Ham want him and he's on quite a bit of money at United, and if we can get anything for him, we should probably sell him. Plus you could use him in a exchange maybe for Rice in some way. Okay, let's get back into the comment section for a second, guys. Almost at 100 likes. Thank you everyone who's in here and who smashed the like on the video. Appreciate you. Ice Queen Gaming, how you going there? Hey, we got a new article up on the website. I'm just going to pin it to the top of the live chat, guys, if you want to check that out and give it a read. Honest opinion, do you feel our squad depth matches up to City and Chelsea, says Griffo Chaz? Not in the midfield area. I don't think we've got enough quality in the midfield area. But everywhere else, I think that it does. I think if you look at the left-back position, I mean, Tellez is going to be injured now. That's a little bit of news for you for the start of the season. Actually got an ankle issue. But I think if you look at I think everywhere else we do. Just maybe not the midfield right now. But everywhere else we do, I think we've got, the goalkeeper position, we've got 2 number ones. The left-back position, we've got Luke Shaw, world-class. Tellez, great backup option there as well. Give us something different too. The centre-backs now, we've got Varane, we've got Maguire, we've got Lindelof and Bailly. They're senior players that are backups now, essentially. That's good depth. And then some youngsters around it. On the right, we've got Wan-Bissaka. If we did sign Trippier, that's just massive depth there in quality and experience. Not saying we will, but if we did. And then the midfield positions are kind of lacking. It's kind of lacking there, I must say. We don't have the quality in midfield like they do, I don't think. I think we've got a bit of an issue there. We don't have a Kante or that sort of quality player to start with in the first team, never mind depth. So yeah, McTominay and Fred, they're good standard players, but they're just not great in my opinion. Not to the and then you've got Donny, then you've got Pogba, who's a bit inconsistent as well. Let's be honest now. Yeah, that's the problem area for Manchester United. That's why we're still crying out for that midfielder to complete the set, really. Once we get that guy in this summer, then we can be really raring to go. And we should be a much better team anyway, but certainly need a midfielder because our midfield's light. But the forward line, if you include Bruno in that, obviously Bruno is a midfielder. I liken him to, Kevin De Bruyne. You look at, he's our De Bruyne, essentially. He's our goal scorer, goal creator from that position, so... an orchestrator. So that's how I look at him. So yeah, but then we've got issues in the midfield. But then the forward line's brilliant. Martial and Rashford on the left. You've got Cavani, Greenwood, Martial, Rashford. They can all play at striker. You've got Sancho now on the right. Armadillo, we paid 40 million for. Palistri coming through there. You've also got Martial, Rashford. They can all play that side too. It's like we have got depth in most positions now, just not the midfield. Not quality in depth anyway. We might have a lot of players there, but we don't have quality in depth. The Football Crew Show, hello, says Selfield, Jones, Lingard, Bailly, Matic, and maybe Martial. Fair enough, I can't really argue with most of those, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, Bailly, I would rather keep Bailly, to be honest, because I think he's a good second option. Trippier would be a good cover for Tellez and Wan-Bissaka. Definitely ADV, yeah, definitely. And he might even be able to sort of challenge Wan-Bissaka, help Wan-Bissaka a little bit, and also gives us something different because Wan-Bissaka's a super out-and-out defender, really. He's decent going forward. I think he gets a bit heavily criticised for his ability going forward, and I think he's improved that a bit, and he's still young. But it's definitely not the best part of his game. He's just he's a defensive beast. Whereas Trippier, he's more of a silky footballer in the sense that he's a great passer, he's got great vision, he's great set pieces, free kicks. He's actually really good. So, and he's experienced. He's 30. Still in a good age though for a couple of years, to do a job for us. So that'd be a brilliant addition. Brandon will be our starting left back till Shaw and Tellez are fit to play, says Josh Lee. Yeah, some issues we've got there, but unless we sign Kieran Trippier, you see, Kieran Trippier could play on the left back position for us for a little bit. He is experienced. He did actually play there for Gareth Southgate in the Euros in a game, didn't he? Which I was just like, what the fudge? But fair enough. He did play there for a game, and he could be somebody that's coming in anyway. So if you think about that, it makes quite a bit of sense to maybe go and sign Kieran Trippier next, because we do need an extra bit of competition and challenge for Wan-Bissaka there at right back, and just to make our team have more depth there. And then he can also for a little while maybe play left back as well. And to be fair, I like Brandon Williams. He's 20. I like him. He's good. He's got a great future ahead of him. But I would rather take Kieran Trippier in there because he just gives you more. I think, look at Brandon Williams in the pre-season fixtures so far. He's been playing okay. He's been playing decent, but he did get undone the other day in one of the games by QPR, and I'm just thinking, yeah, I just don't feel that confident if we were starting a game with that guy. So I think it's important we sign Trippier, actually. No sign of the trust me, Dr. Troll, says Paul Ramsey. Well, Lingard, Andreas Pereira. Yeah, see you later on, son. Jones, Matic, James makes sense to go. In fact, Leeds United may be interested in Daniel James. We've heard about that. We know they were interested in him, signing him, and nearly did a little while ago. They could quite easily be interested in taking him if we offered them to him. offered him to them, and maybe we could even see something done with the Mr. Calvin Phillips there. I doubt it. Sin Games, how are you going there, bro? Good to see you, man. What's good? 93 likes on the stream. 93 are you watching? What a ratio! Pig, what time is GTA later? Not too sure, Corey McLeod. Keep a lookout though, bud. On the gaming channel. G Wolf United Gaming. Hello, he says, whose titty still hard after seeing this transfer extravaganza? United pay 35 million, rising to 42 million. And Arsenal pays 50 million for Ben White. Don't you love to see it? Absolutely, mate. You bloody love to see it. Yeah. So it's about 50 million euros altogether. 43 million pounds, right? 34 up front, as you say, and then 8, I think, or 8 or 9 or whatever it is, rising later. A bargain. 43 million quid or 43 million quid or 50 million euros, guys. Absolutely amazing. Mahaste Bisson Jr. says, come on, hoping for more signings. Yeah, we need some midfielders, don't we? Let's talk about some of the other stuff, guys. So, absolutely buzzed up about Rafael Varane. It's brilliant news, guys. Just over the moon. I cannot believe it, to be fair. It's sensational. But let's check the rest of the transfer news out, guys. By the way, look at this. Look at this. I just want to just tell you this, by the way. People criticising Solskjaer. Obviously, Solskjaer's overseen these signings. And all the signings, pretty much all the signings that Solskjaer's made since he's been here have been really good ones for now and the future and just make really a lot of sense, if you ask me. Maybe the transfer fees involved for like Maguire a little bit questionable, but that's really it. Maybe time will tell on that one. Maybe that will pay for itself in the future. Who knows? But Solskjaer has the 3rd best win percentage in Manchester United history as coach. The best since signing Bruno, higher than Sir Alex Ferguson. So since we signed Bruno, obviously we were in a complete shit show period before we signed Bruno Fernandes, right? Like, we needed a catalyst. He came in and it just sort of was that catalyst for us that we much needed. But we're still positions away, even after that, from being a complete set. So just listen to that for a second. So, obviously, you have to take into consideration Fergie managed at the start when he didn't have his team as well for years and stuff. But even so, since then, it's the best win ratio for any manager since Bruno Fernandes has come into the side, which I think is an important factor. That's a pretty amazing stat. Just goes to show you he's not all that bad, is he? People criticise him and say he's a shit coach. Well, no, he's not, is he? He's got the 3rd best United win percentage in the history of the club. And also the current, and actually the best if you just take it from when we signed Bruno on. Which is still quite a long time. And this is his record versus the top coaches, right, guys? So versus Pep Guardiola, 4 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses, right? Against Pep's, that's decent. 4 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. Okay. I think it's 4 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. Maybe it's 4 wins, 1 loss, 3 draws. I don't know. Either way, it's a positive record against him. Against Pochettino, it was 2-0. Ancelotti, it was 2 wins and 2 draws. Against Jose and Tuchel, it was 2 wins, 1 loss. No, sorry, 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Nagelsmann, it's 1-1. Kloppy is the only manager that's got like a favourable record against him with 1 win for United, 3 draws and 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you actually look at him, how he's doing against the top managers, tactically astute would be the word, I would say. Or the words. So come on, let's get those hashtag Ollie doing bits in there. Hashtag Ollie in, guys. Let's show the man some support. A lot of people coming out the other day slagging him off after we lost a bloody game in the pre-season with our 3rd team kids against QPR, slagging him off saying, oh yeah, we're in for a shit season. Guys, you're having a mare. Okay, so on to the rest of the transfer news, guys. Then we'll get back into the comment section for a little bit. But Jesse Lingard is in the last year of his contract. West Ham would like to sign him permanently. He's valued at up to £30 million. Numerous clubs domestically and overseas are monitoring this situation. So lots of reports coming in about Jesse Lingard's current situation that, we are trying to offload some players now, basically, and Jesse is realistic to be one of those. Especially if West Ham do come in. If West Ham's the team that comes in for a cheeky bid, then I'm sure we'll get a deal done. Because he knows what he's getting there. They're actually a decent team. They finished 6th in the Prem. He was a big part of their second half of the season. And I'm sure he would be interested in going back there. Moisey loves him, so I'm sure he would be interested in going back there if an offer came in and he was just told, look, you're surplus to requirements here, Jesse, son. Time to go. So Jesse Lingard may well be going this summer. If he stays, I'm not that bothered, but if he goes, then good. We need to generate some cash to go and invest in other areas of that midfield, I think. a proper CDM is a must. If we really want to be challenging for things this season, I still think we need to get a proper CDM in there. Right then. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirms Dean Henderson is back in training but won't feature against Brentford. Obviously, tomorrow night, 8 p.m, we're playing Brentford. We'll be doing a watch-along for it on the channel, guys, so get involved. About 7:30-ish, we'll start that. Hopefully a better performance than it was against QPR. We should have a few first-teamers in there this time, though. I know we had a couple last time anyway, but more so, I would say. But there's a few people who won't be featuring. Ole has given us an update on, and Dean Henderson's one of them. Neither will Bruno Fernandes. Also, Diogo Dalot and Donny van der Beek will be involved. So Dalot and van der Beek will be involved. So that's very interesting, guys, just to give you an update. So it seems like Dalot and Donny may be starting tomorrow. Good opportunity to see what Donny can do, isn't it? And Dalot, but certainly Donny, if he's going to convince Solskjaer to give him any game time at the moment, and he needs to, really, because he's not getting any chances, then he's got to convince him by having some really good preseason performances, I think. So, yeah, definitely a good time to chuck Donny in there. No Bruno, chuck Donny in there and see what he can do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that game, guys. Okay, so Raphael Varane's made arrangements to travel to Manchester now. We have a report here. He's going to isolate for 5 days and then return a negative COVID-19 test before he can join the Man United squad. Get in there, my son. Right, guys, absolutely buzzing about it. So if you're just joining us, the news is United have agreed the transfer for Varane. We're delighted to announce the club has reached the agreement with Real Madrid for the transfer of French international defender and World Cup winner Raphael Varane, subject to a medical and to player terms being finalised for a reported 50 million euros, approximately 42 to 43 million pounds altogether. Get in there, my son. Let's go into the live chat then, see what you legends have got to say for yourselves. Do get in here. Let me know how buzzing you are. Griffo says the three things Ollie needs to improve on: subs, rotation, and trophies. If only it were that simple there, Griffo Jazz. Yeah, he does. He definitely does. Yeah. And also stubble. He's 50. He can't even grow a decent beard. No, I'm just kidding. He's a baby-faced assassin. Always will be. Anyway, listen, Griffo. Substitutions definitely questionable. Bit late with his substitutions. Not proactive enough. That Europa League final was a debacle. Yeah, fair enough. And rotation. Yeah. I think he is a little bit reluctant sometimes this last season just gone because maybe didn't have the players or the confidence in the players off the bench. That is a factor. So, like in the final of the Europa League, for instance, he could have quite easily brought some of the youngsters on or brought some of the lesser players on that were on the bench. I think, was it Donny on the bench? I know he signed him for 34 mil this summer, so is he really, not a player you should go to? I think he probably is. Who else didn't he bring on that he could have done? I think we had a lot of talent on Daniel James. We had a few, options on the bench. But if you actually look at the bench for the Europa League final, it's a pretty shit bench, guys. It's not a great bench. Now, I'm not saying he should have put on a zombie player who's playing for 150 minutes cramping up instead of a fit Dan James who's just shit or whatever it may be. But he obviously felt like that was his best way of winning that game. Yeah, Eddie O2 says, anyone taking Phil Jones? I heard Newcastle want him. Yeah, there's a few links with Phil Jones, guys. It depends, really. Phil Jones, it's understood United are prepared to let him go for nothing, pretty much. So it wouldn't be a lot of money involved if a club did come in for him because he's on quite high wages as well. And he is just literally a complete leech, hanger-on, bloody toilet bowl lover, isn't he? He's just hanging around the toilet bowl of life right now, and we need to flush him away. So I do think that it's coming. I think it's coming. I think it's just a matter of time, especially with Varane coming in. There's no place for Phil Jones here. The only way Phil Jones remains a United player really is if he's injured the whole window, or he just says, "Nah, I'm not going to play anywhere," and he just sits on the bench for the remainder of his contract, which I don't think benefits anybody. Nice one. 100 likes on the stream. Get in there, everyone. Thanks for smashing that thumbs up on the video. Really appreciate you guys. By the way, if you're new to this channel, if it's your first time here, let me know by smashing a 1 in the live chat. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're new. We're on here most days covering all the latest Manchester United news in a no bullshit, no clickbait way. So check it out, guys. But yeah, Raphael Varane is a red, guys. What more can I say? Hashtag Varane is a red. He's a red. He's a Manchester United player pending a medical. And quarantine, and then obviously he'll join the squad. He's a United player, guys. He's a United player, guys. Almost can't quite believe it. It's brilliant. Yes, Rupert Meadow. OHB says Phil massages their feet after games. Yeah, well, he's basically just like a glorified T-boy these days on 100 grand a week, mate, isn't he? What does he actually do? 2 sugars, please, Jonesy, mate. He just enters international gurning tournaments in his spare time and drives his pink Lambo around. And the rest of the time he just trains at United. And he's got a pretty chilled out, leisurely life, Phil Jones. He never even has to do any work, really. You know, he's just like a substitute teacher who just comes in and asks us around and lets the class do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's kind of like Phil Jones. He just doesn't really have much responsibility at United. It seems, and he just, I don't know. I just really question his desire. I hope that he wants to leave as well. Because if he wants to stay and get paid more to just sit around at United, he might want to do that. That would be horrible. Hey, we've got another update here. Thank you very much, Matty the Rushmaninator. Let's check him out. So, give me a moment, guys. Raphael Varane, yep, here we go. So, wait a sec. Raphael Varane will travel to Manchester once he and his family have obtained visas. Extra info here from Samuel Luckhurst from Manchester Evening News. Raphael Varane will travel to Manchester once he and his family have obtained visas. So, they're just going to get some travel visas. They will travel to Manchester. He'll have to quarantine for 5 days. That's what we understand right now anyway. Maybe 7, but hopefully just 5. And then he will be able to join the squad and obviously do his medical and stuff and join the squad. So, brilliant news, guys. It should be done in 1 week. 1 week. Give it 7 days, and I think Raphael Varane will be with the squad, and he'll be a United player. This is going to get done pretty quickly. Yes, okay, we've got a Pogba update for you here as well, lads and lasses. Let's talk about Paul Pogba quick. PSG should accelerate their pursuit of Paul Pogba soon and start discussions. It could lead to a transfer. This is reported by RMC Sport. There is a mutual interest between PSG and Pogba, who's eager to join. The club's yet to make an official offer, but contact should begin quickly. Right, interesting. Well, wow. I mean, this transfer window really could be a rollercoaster. I mean, we don't know, if that's legit. As far as I'm concerned, I think that it's quite likely Paul Pogba signs a new contract at Man United. But I also think it's likely he leaves on a free next summer, and I think it's likely that he goes this summer and we cash in for a small amount of money, like Real Madrid did with Varane. All 3 outcomes are possible. So we'll just have to wait and see. It could be a crazy summer, this one. You could be seeing Pogba going out this summer, us generating a bit of cash, and a complete change of personnel in that midfield area in terms of, the starters of the team. We could go out there and reinvest and go and get in a quality player. Who knows? Ruben Neves, Sal, Ndidi, or, there's any of the players we talked about, Declan Rice. You could see one of those guys coming in. You could see Pogba go. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys in the live chat very quickly. We'll just, this will be the last poll in regards to Pogba. It's the teammate, of course, for France from Raphael Varane. 91% of you are buzzing about Raphael Varane coming. The other 9% are Scousers and Arsenal fans, aren't they? Liam Lavelle, you legend. How you going, mate? Have you been? He says Jones to Burnley would be perfect. Yeah, let's give it biggest Burnley fan, mate. That'd be brilliant. That biggest Burnley fan troll comes on the live chat, yeah? Wouldn't it be hilarious if we just palmed off Phil Jonesy on them? To be fair to you, Ollie, I appreciate the offer, but listen, I don't want him. We got Tarkowski at the back there, and me, to be honest with you, I think Phil Jones is a bit of a gurner. I'm not really into it. I'll say it again. I'm not interested in Phil Jones. You'd have to pay me, Ollie, to take Phil Jones at the club. I'm just going to say it now. Yeah, even Sean Dyche wouldn't be interested in Phil Jones. Pogba is staying at United. End of, says the big guy. We'll see. Pogba, stay, go. Simple as that. Stay or go. There you go. What's he doing? Varane coming in should make Pogba hold on for an extra season. French connection UK, says Eddie O2. Yeah, that's it. If they like each other. Don't know, maybe they fucking hate each other. Who knows? Maybe they can't stand each other. No, I don't know the situation or the relationship between Pogba and Varane. I would assume, being France international teammates and having won World Cups together, they would have a certain level of friendship together, yeah. So that's a very good point, Eddie O2, yeah. Pogba staying at United, end of, says the big guy. Nick Minnesota says Pig Jones to anywhere would be perfect. Jones to Mars. Totally World Boss. How you going there, Totally World Boss? Poisonous Nut says, yeah, don't be rude to mods, but they'll be rude to you. That's how it works, Poisonous Nut, exactly. K-Slater says, have Rooney take Jones. He needs good publicity. Corrupt Recordings says, you reckon Varane will take Phil Jones' number? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Come on, he wants to 4, right? Like, that Phil Jones doesn't deserve... Phil Jones should be number 178. They should make a special extra extra range of high-numbered shirts for Phil Jones. He should be number 999. Pogba will stay, I guess. Mods are absolute legends, absolutely, yeah, and they are entitled to tell you to wind your neck in if you need it. Griffo Chaz says he's running his contract down and leaving on a free next summer. Quite possible, isn't it, Griffo? Quite possible. I could see it happening. Look at his agent, his grubby little agent. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they've done before at United. Pogba will stay, I guess, as Bishal Tamang. Cash in on him, says Snapfilm Walk. Jones to Brighton, swap for Bissouma. I like it, Tonknash 87. We'd have to pay him £100 million, though, to swap him with Bissouma. Current corrupt recording says 100%. Honest Bruno Fernandes fan says... As an honest Penchester and Fernandes fan, we will be relegated as we employ finished players like Fernandes, Sanchez and Varane. Oh, okay then. Fair enough. Finished players like Fernandes, who's just coming into his prime at 26. And literally, if you look at the stats in the Premier League last season, had better stats than Kevin De Bruyne. And goals and assists coming out of his bloody eyeballs, mate. Yeah, how about you stick it up your jumper, pal? Reece Johnson says Pogba will get more money if he leaves on a free next summer. Definitely true. Him and his fatty agent will do it as well. Sorry, I'm a chubby bastard. Well, I shouldn't say that. Him and his grubby little pie finger and agent will do that too. Him and his parasitical, cancerous turd of a fucking leech of a polyp on the arse of humanity of an agent will probably get more money next summer, won't they? Yeah, definitely. Sorry, guys, sorry to offend, but, that's just how I feel. He's a complete, absolute bloody arthritic, camel gooch-looking, greedy, manipulative arse of a human dingleberry. There you go, I said it, guys. Say it how it is. That's Riola for you. Anyway, I couldn't get the words out there, but, they all fit. They all fit. They all fit for Mino Riola. So those guys will be aware they can get more money next summer. Josh Lee says disagree on that pick. Sell Pogba and Zacharias, says Callum McFarlane. Phil Jones emojis from Tonknash87. Thank you, Corrupt. He says, you'd brighten my day. You do too, Corrupt Recorded. Thank you, bro. Hey, what's going on there, Andrew? I don't know yet. I haven't really seen too much about it. Remember, even though that agent is bad, the media are poison half the time and stir up. Yes. Charles Matui, what's going on? Guys, we're going to wrap this video up there then, but I'm absolutely buzzing about the news. The news that Manchester United have signed or will be signing Raphael Varane, guys, in about a week's time. It's pretty fucking exceptional news, guys. Do get your thoughts and opinions in this live chat for just a minute or two. I'll stick around for a minute, but I'm going to wrap this video up soon. And I'll be back later on the gaming channel. Make sure you're subscribed over there on Flying Pig Gaming. What's going on, Ryan Martin? Absolutely buzzing, mate. I'm just buzzing. Thank you, Tonknash87. You're right about that, sir. Mohammed Zain Gamer says, sell Pogba, get Neves. I like it. Do it. Let's do it. I like it. Pig, I sent you a tweet on Twitter. It's a transfer update. Okay. Let's take a look at this then, Griffo Chaz. Trying to take Matty Rushmano's job from him. Oh, okay, nice. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much, Griffo. Please go through Mr. Matt United 20 for vetting. Although, no, we know that guy, actually. But, yeah. Thank you for the speculative tweet there, Griffo. I appreciate that one. Mohammed says he is good at long-range bangers. Alex says, Piggy, how you doing there, Alex, mate? How have you been anyway, dude? Our man in Dallas, Texas. How have you been? Great to see you, mate. Absolutely buzzing about this one, I guess. Great window so far, eh? Trending Poovy says, next signing, a midfielder. It's got to be a midfielder, guys. It makes me laugh. Griffo Chaz, you're the Don. No, you're the Don. It is a good update. It is a good update. But, yeah, we've already talked about that. Right, okay. Right, okay, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for getting in here. Yash, have a good night. Thank you so much. Poisonous Nut, Griffo Chaz. Thanks for trying, mate. I really appreciate it. Poisonous Nut says, buzzing for the Glazers. Who else would have spent 1.5 billion on a club full of melters, says Poisonous Nut. Well, we've seen, City for a start, basically. What do you mean a club full of melters? We've got a great team assembled now, Poisonous Nut. Okay, they actually did buy a bunch of previous matches. You know what? You're getting a timeout for that one, Poisonous Nut. You know why? Just for fun. Just because I disagree with what you said. Not because I'm offended by it. I just feel like timing you out. Alex says, all good. Just been relaxing this summer. Took a break from football after the Euros. Awesome. That's good, mate. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a disassociation with the game. See you, Alex. Thank you so much, Callum McFarlane, as well. Great show. Thank you, Rush Marno. Exactly. There's no need to be negative at a time like this, Poisonous Nut. We all know you're just a Liverpool fan, mate. You know? Or whatever it is. I've forgotten now, but... Good night, guys. Have a good evening. This is The Pig. I will see you next time. Keep a lookout. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell so you get notifications when we post and give you these latest transfer updates. Do follow the Discord. Do get yourselves in the Discord as well. We're going to have a transfer section and all sorts of different sections added very, very soon. So it's going to be more interactive, lots more updates and stuff going on in there. So check it out. And I shall see you on the next one, guys. Also, the website is pinned to the top of the live chat there. Go over there. Click that link and check out the article on the website, guys, as well. Give it a thumbs up over there. That'll help us out. And make sure you like this video before you go. Do leave a cheeky little like on it. It's free. It's also free to subscribe, so please do it. It makes a difference. And also follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and all that good stuff, guys. But get in there, my son. Ryan Martin, Snapfin Walk, Eddie O2, Rush Mono, Corrupt, Jonathan, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Raphael Varane is a red. Buzzing about this one, just pending a medical. He will be a Manchester United player and obviously quarantine at the moment with what's going on. Give it 5 days to 7 days, give it a week, and Raphael Varane will be stood next to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer holding that shirt as a United player. Come on, my son, get in there. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. This is The Pig. Take it easy, and come on, United!